Oh my god, guys, I've been asking for this for the longest. I mean, it's great for me. We finally see something that benefits the sharpshooters. I feel like we're getting hit all the goddamn time, so here's a W. Now, I feel like they've been changing shit all the time. You might be wondering, Agent, what could they possibly have changed this time? I'm not gonna make this one too long. It doesn't have to be. It's just a minor but a massive change. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna have a smile throughout this whole video, man. I've been saying attributes matter for the longest. Basically, what Mike Wang's done is he's made it so that the shooting archetypes, and he clarifies what the fuck that is, I'll talk about it in a second, get boost to shooting when the archetypes that shouldn't be able to boost get a nerf to shooting. Which makes sense. Yeah, that's the case. Believe it or not, guys, if you have 55 open shot 3, you shouldn't be banging all the time. Now, I got accustomed to playing with stretch glass cleaners and stretch lockdowns. In fact, if you don't stretch with your player, no matter what your archetype is, I'm not playing with you. It's as simple as that for me. I got used to it because that's how the game was for the longest. But these new tweets right here, guys, they shine a brand new light. I mean, I feel bad for the people who upgraded their players. We'll get into that a little bit later. Let's get into the tweets. So Mike Wang initially tweets saying, minor shooting update dropped this morning. Shooters get a slight boost, non-shooters get a nerf. And I'm glad, like, he told us. You know, because sometimes you hop on, especially like in October, November, December, and you just felt some shit was wrong and you didn't know what the fuck it was. But you know, for the longest, like, they've been telling us, okay, we changed some shit, all right? There's no surprises anymore because you don't want to hop on and find out the greens you were getting are gone, or now there's more greens. What the fuck happened? You followed up that tweet saying shooting updates are based off ratings, not specific archetypes. The closer you are to 99, the bigger your boost. That seems logical to me. Attributes matter. Listen, it's not a very difficult concept to wrap your mind around. This is the way it should have been for the longest. People have been asking for this. I've been asking for this for a very long time. And instead of giving this, we just got like other changes for no reason that like nobody was asking for. But it doesn't make sense that glass cleaners are knocking down threes with the effectiveness I seen some glass cleaners knock down threes. Now, does it benefit me? Of course, when you have those players on your team, of course it does. Yo, moving screens benefited sharpshooters the most, but I told y'all I won that shit out the game around like patch 5. Sometimes shit just doesn't make sense. I get it's a video game, it's not real life, but sometimes shit has to go. So he clarified a little bit like what a shooting archetype was. Somebody asked him saying, so what's the point 0 where boosts begin and negative effect starts? Thank you. Now listen, real quick, apparently you have to hit up Mike Wang with a thank you at the end of your tweet to get a response. I'm gonna start trying this shit. I recommend y'all do the same thing because he would die before replying to me about anything. So I'm sure like he hears, or maybe somebody on the team heard something about how Agent said maybe attributes should matter, and not just me, like everyone in the fucking community, except like maybe the archetypes that are gonna be negatively affected. He replied saying it's the high 70s and the low 80s. So that means pretty much the only archetypes that wouldn't be affected are the ones that are meant to be proficient at that one thing. Sharpshooters and stretch big. This also means for shot creators, are you finally gonna start making more consistent moving shots? Now, surprisingly, like I came across a few shot creators since I last talked shit about shot creators, and I was like, I found some shot creators. I've never seen some shit like this in my life, guys. I hopped on and they were hitting screens and bop, 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 corner, pow. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is happening? I've never seen a shot creator ball like this. And so we really had to start hedging hard on screen, sending 2 guys over there. So it's possible the way it is now. See, I've seen it happen now for the first time, and for the second time, I've seen a shot creator really ball out against my team. So anyway, the shot creators, hopefully on a more mass scale, they make it a little bit easier for y'all to drop threes, man. I never see shot creators on the park, and when I see them, they're all afraid to take threes. This shit is hilarious. Playmakers, you're taking maybe the tiniest of L's, because if you have a low 73-point shot, you're not really being affected by this. I mean, you might lose the boost you had in the past. Now you're getting, in fact, a tiny bit of a nerf, but the only ones that should be like sincerely worried, because if you're a playmaker and you had a good release, it's not nothing you should be worried about. But if you are a glass cleaner, a lockdown defender, a slasher, well, come on, where are these other, the paint protector, all these archetypes that have a 55 or a 60 open shot 3, you're the player that's gonna be like, fuck! Because maybe not because your shit got patched, because you know shit's been changing for a while. I'm sure you've adjusted to the way the game's been playing, and so now you're shooting threes. Maybe to start the game you weren't doing the same thing with your athletic finisher, but you're annoyed because now you have this player who I know they said it's a minor change, but because you're so far from a 99, you're gonna see a pretty noticeable difference in your shooting. And this frustrating part for you is gonna be, now you have this player that has a max 3-point shot, and you could have used those attributes elsewhere. And in some archetypes, it gets very challenging to figure out where you want to put the attributes, because it feels like you're gonna be missing out on a certain area. And so you're never gonna get those attributes back unless, of course, you make a new player. I've played RPGs in the past where there's a point allocation system, and then you could just reset everything and allocate all the points over again in case you messed up, and they allow you to do it a couple times for free. And like, there's a whole system, but you know the way 2K has it set up, they're gonna profit off of you. Oh wait, did you think all the changes weren't made? You know, in the back of their mind thinking, some people are gonna make new archetypes because of this change. And so we've been seeing a lot of changes, unfortunately, and then fortunately for 2K, I mean, a lot of new archetypes are being built, a lot of new VCs being spent, and you know, they just gave away 75k VC, free VC, but was it really free? Because they got a lot of money from Twitch for that partnership, and I know For Honor did the same thing. If you had the For Honor, if you had Twitch Prime, you got like a pretty significant boost on For Honor when the game dropped. So Twitch Prime, by the way, that is a smart strategy. Like, they know what the fuck they're doing. It's smart, you gotta respect it, but at the end of the day, at least you got 75k to figure out, like, yo, it's your new player. Right when you think they're done touching the game, like, they do some new shit. But this one is something I could be okay with, because I've been asking for so long for this shit to happen. The fact that we now see glass cleaners from the 3-point line, and it's just commonplace that we have to close out because everybody's banging from the corner, that's crazy to me, that we just got used to it because it's been that way for like a few months now. Anyway, not gonna make this video longer than it has to be. If you have a high 70 or a low 80, you're not really affected. If you have better than that, you're now seeing a boost. If you have worse than that, you are now seeing a nerf. Now, as far as you get, for the guys who, like, I mean, when I was making those videos dropping 34 open shot threes, like, the chance of that happening now, like, it's out, it's done. And I'm glad, I'm low-key glad, yo. In the comments, I'm gonna try to let me know, well, maybe one, how this affected you, but what you think about the change. I'm sure you guys are doing it anyway, or you probably already done it if you're watching the video, scrolling through the fucking comment section. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. We're dropping 2K17 Heat daily. Drop a like, let's try and get this video to 6K likes. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.